Anxiety does not empty tomorrow of its sorrows, but only empties today of its strength.
My dear friends, so often we let worries about what may come steal the joy and strength we could use today. Our minds, filled with doubt and uncertainty, become like a ship tossed by the waves, unable to steady itself. But let me remind you of this. God's grace is sufficient, not just for the troubles of tomorrow, but for the burdens of this very moment. Cling not to the weight of what-ifs, but to the promises of Scripture. Trust that the Lord who cares for the sparrows will care for you too. Anxiety wears us down, not because our troubles are too great, but because we have forgotten to lean upon the one who is greater than all troubles. Lay your worries at the foot of the cross, where Christ himself bore the weight of the world. There you will find rest, not in fretting over the unknown, but in trusting the known faithfulness of your Creator. Let tomorrow rest in his hands and take hold of the strength he offers you for today.
Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let the weight of today's worries begin to loosen, like autumn leaves drifting from the branches of a mighty oak. Feel the gentle embrace of peace, the kind of peace that doesn't demand solutions, but simply invites you to rest in the presence of God. Charles Spurgeon, in his deep understanding of human frailty and divine sufficiency, once penned these reassuring words: "Anxiety does not empty tomorrow of its sorrows, but only empties today of its strength." What a truth to hold onto, especially in the quiet hours when worries whisper into our hearts, urging us to dwell on uncertainties beyond our reach. Anxiety has a way of stealing from us, draining the vitality we need to walk through today's challenges, offering nothing in return but weariness. Imagine, if you will, a traveler on a long journey, carrying an empty sack on their shoulders. Every mile they tread, they reach into that sack, hoping to find relief, only to grasp at air, no nourishment, no comfort, just the aching weight of burdens that were never theirs to carry. This is the nature of anxiety. It deceives us into believing that by wrestling with our fears now, we will somehow avoid future hardships. Yet, all it does is strip away the joy, the peace, and the very strength needed to face what comes. The sorrows of tomorrow, whether real or imagined, remain untouched by our anxious thoughts. But today is weakened, made fragile, like a candle burning too fast in the gusts of restless worry. But listen, dear soul, there is another way, a way that leads not to exhaustion but to rest. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7, what a tender invitation. Not to solve, not to predict, not to control, but simply to release. To lay down the heavy burdens and trust that the hands that shape the heavens are strong enough to hold your concerns. God does not ask you to carry the weight of tomorrow. He does not ask you to map out every outcome or strain under the pressure of uncertainties that have not yet come to pass. He asks only this, that you trust him. Trust him with your worries, your fears, your longings. Trust him when the road ahead is unclear. Trust him when the night is long, and sleep is elusive. Trust him when the storm rages, and you feel helpless against the tide. Like a shepherd guarding his flock through the stillness of night, God watches over you. Even now, as you listen to these words, his presence surrounds you. His peace is not fleeting, nor does it depend on circumstance. It is steady, unwavering, like the deep and endless ocean. Let go, dear soul. Let go of the grip you have on tomorrow's unknowns. Instead, breathe deeply and sink into the comfort of today, into the quiet confidence that God walks beside you, sustaining you moment by moment. Let his peace cradle you as you drift into rest, knowing that tomorrow, whatever it holds, will rest safely in his hands. Sleep now, beloved. Rest in his unshakable love. The burdens can wait, his strength carries you.